guys, I've been away in Iceland for the last week, driving around seeing some really cool places, and it's been nice to get the chance to get away from the laptop and not be on the market. So I've got no trade reviews this week. Today's vlog is going to be on fear of missing out, also known as FOMO. So I definitely struggle with this, as I'm sure a lot of traders do, and I by no means overcome it. But there's certain things that I'm finding to help me and put a positive spin on FOMO and actually use it to an advantage. So these are 8 things to help combat FOMO. So number 1 is one opportunity leads to another. So if, for example, I miss a day one gapper, which often I do, it just means that actually I want it to run as far as it can. I don't mind missing out on it because it means that there's going to be potentially a first green day bounce off the back of it. Or if I miss a third day surge setup, yeah, it's annoying, but chances are that setup's now in play and there's going to be another one that week or the week after. And also, if you do have a big runner, often that can be a catalyst to move other stocks. So if you've got one big runner, you might miss that one, but actually it might cause a sympathy play and for other stocks to start to move in a similar way. So one opportunity means that actually this is giving you a chance to trade other setups and other stocks off the back of it. Number 2 is having hobbies. So for me, if I've missed a setup that I really should have played, then it helps me that I've got other interests outside of trading. For example, I love to play tennis. So if I've missed a big trade, I think actually I'm going to go and play a game of tennis tonight, which is just as exciting for me. Or even it can be, I've got a really nice dinner planned tonight and I'm going to watch my favourite TV show later this evening. It just takes me out of that FOMO mode and actually helps me to focus on something else. Number 3, which kind of leads on nicely from number 2, is taking time away from your laptop. So for me, sometimes I can be so frustrated when I miss the trade, but even just shutting my laptop, going for a walk around the garden or just going for a walk around the area, it's amazing what like half an hour away from your laptop can do. Suddenly the FOMO is less and less, and actually by the next day you've kind of forgotten about it. So if you can, just shut your laptop sometimes and stops you over trading as well. Number 4 is being mindful of chat rooms and speaking to other traders. So for me, I'm in a chat room with other traders doing the same thing. And for me, it's kind of like a double-edged sword because on one hand, there's so many positives from it. You learn so much. You can see what the people are doing. People are encouraging of your trades. But at the same time, when you're seeing people trade and make a lot of money on trades that you should have been trading, it can be like just like the last thing you want to see. So sometimes I'm quite mindful. If I've got a setup in mind, I can just not look at the chat for that morning and just focus on what I'm doing. Or if I have missed a setup, maybe I won't tune into the chat straight away. Maybe I'll look at it the next day just to help ease the FOMO. Number 5, focus on the positive. At the end of the day, if you've missed a trade, you've not lost any money. You might have missed out on some gains, but actually you've still preserved your capital. You've still got it there ready to hit up the next setup when it arrives. So just focus on the fact that you've protected your gains. Number 6 is focus on the long-term goal. So just because I've missed a trade, yes, I've missed out on some gains, but that one trade isn't going to make me a successful trader. It's about having a setup and a process that I can do over and over again. So the next 1 or 2 trades, they're not going to make or break me, but it's about the next sort of 2,000, 3,000 trades that I can do long term that are going to make me successful in this game. So if you miss one, it's not the end of the world. Number 7 is ask yourself, is it your setup? Because if it's not, then you can't really have FOMO on it. For me, I don't really trade day one gappers that often, and they go every single day without me, and I literally have no FOMO on those because they're not my setup. If you're going to have FOMO on things that aren't your setups, then you're going to have FOMO all the time. So if it's not your setup, you don't need to have FOMO. So finally, number 8, what if it is your setup? So this happens to me all the time where I see my setup and I've missed it. So sometimes I've seen it and I've not played it because it's not reacted the right way to fit my thesis, which is completely fine, and that definitely helps with FOMO. But if it was my setup and I should have traded it, it did match all my criteria and I've missed that, then what I find helps me is I go back over that trade and I learn from it, and I find some really key information that I didn't know before that then helps me to go on and there might be a similar trade the week after, and because I've learned that information from the one I missed, I can then trade the next one that pops up so much better than I did before. So it's such a good learning tool to go over why you missed a trade. Sometimes you missed it for good reason, you didn't enter it on purpose. Sometimes you've missed something quite key, but if you can spot that, then it can make you a much better trader. So I really hope that all these things are kind of useful to somebody out there, definitely helping me. If anyone's got any tips on how to combat FOMO, definitely drop them in the comments, because I'm definitely not cured of it at all. So I hope this has been interesting, and catch you next Sunday.